So this will be a quick intro video on the use of the new Typhoon Wizard by Yuneec. And I've been playing this for about a month and I absolutely love this thing. It's been a lot of fun. So let me just show you a real quick clip of us playing with it over at the park. And then I'll show you a quick clip after that of us playing at the park at night. And then we'll talk a little bit about what I think of it. Okay, this is going to be a very short video. I'm just going to show you a quick demo on the new Wizard that is coming out or has been out. I've been testing this thing for the last month and it has been absolutely fantastic and a joy. The Yuneec Q500 that I have out there on the box is actually the G version, which I will be talking about here shortly in posting a video. But I know that there's a lot of videos out there already that talk about the Wizard and how it works and so forth. I'm just going to show you a very, very quick clip of how easy it is to use this thing. But you'll also notice that I'm out in a very large park setting where there's not a whole lot of stuff to run into. So when you're first flying this thing, I really recommend that you don't get into tight quarters. Get into something that's going to be wide open. It's a little breezy out here today, not too bad, but I'm just going to show you a very, very quick clip on how to use this thing and how easy it is to fly. So you'll notice in the upper left-hand corner, it tells you the flight mode. All the way up, there's a selector switch here, smart, angle, and home. When it's up into the smart mode, it changes colors, and you can see, if you can see, I'll also try to show you something at night so you can see the different color configurations, and all the way down, return to home. So I'll try to post something also at night. But anyway, I'm going to take off in angle mode. Start and stop the rotors. You push the start stop button here, which is here by my thumb. If you can see this, I'm recording this on an iPhone, so bear with me. So push that button. Should engage the props. There we go. And then when you're holding the Wizard straight up and down, these buttons correlate to straight up and down, up, down, left and right. When you're laying it down horizontally, those buttons correlate to going forward, backwards, left, and the yaw, left and right. So in other words, right now the rotors are engaged. What I want to do is go up in the air. I push and hold the up button, and up she goes. Now if I want to go forward, I lay it down horizontally, go forward, and it goes forward. So it also tells me that I have GPS lock. Again, you can see it's a little bit of a yaw on that, or a little bit of a cant to it, and that's because of the wind that's out here. So the other feature I'm going to show you a couple different things. So let's take it up a little bit. And then if I wanted to turn it and yaw it left or right, well, this moves it left. Let me move it over here, let me show you. So here let's see if it's in the frame. Now if I want to yaw it, by moving this up, it'll yaw it left, it'll yaw it right. Now the button in the middle, which is kind of interesting, it's probably the feature that you guys will be most interested in. When you put it into smart mode and you turn, if you notice it says, watch the difference in colors there. When you put it into smart mode and you hit this button here, it will activate the tracking me or follow me. I mean, I know that everybody has a different terminology for this thing, but it'll go into a tracking mode where the camera will spin around and it'll track this device. It'll act as the remote control, as if you had the big giant ST10 Plus. So by pushing this button, I'm going to hit it now, and you should be able to see the drone spin around, and it is now focused directly on me. So as I move, you should be able to see the drone will move with me. It'll maintain the same distance, and it'll continue to follow this Wizard. So the other thing that's kind of neat about the Wizard, and I'm going to show you this real quick. I know that you guys have probably already seen this out there already, but you can also point to a location in the sky. Push and hold the Wizard, and once you get the feedback, you'll feel a vibration. The drone will fly to that location that you just pointed to in the sky. If you notice right now, it's flying to where I just pointed. I want it to go over there. I push and hold that, let go, and now it'll go to that location over there. And it all correlates with where you're pushing. It's kind of like a laser pointer. You just point to where you want to go with it in the sky. Now you can turn off the tracking mode. Very, very simple. You push the button one time, and now you've taken it out of the tracking mode. For me, now it's in smart mode, but I like to put it in angle mode, and now you have full control of the bird. So just like I showed you before, you want to yaw it left, yaw it right. It all correlates to what you're doing with this. Go forward, and I can hold that button down and just point it straight up, and it'll start to go up. So same thing with up and down. I'm going to show you real quick. I can bring the bird, let's see if it's in that camera frame. Bring the bird down, hold it this way, and it'll come back towards me. This will bring it down, let go, and it stops. GPS lock on this. Those of you that are wondering how far of a distance that we can get with the Wizard, I tested this at night in a couple different locations, and I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the Wizard. We were getting about 1,300 feet with this thing in a pretty decent setting. It was pretty incredible. So 1,300 feet at 400 feet up, 1,300 feet away. That's what I was getting. Could I have pushed it a little bit more? Maybe, but that's really what we were seeing. The max range on this thing based on our surroundings and so forth. And I'm going to see if I can post that up there on the old YouTube. But I wanted to get this video out real quick and just show you guys. Down, lay it flat, and it'll come back towards me. Now, as far as the return to home feature, right here on the slider, all you got to do is hit that little return to home. Let me move back a little bit just to show you guys a little bit how that works. So I'm going to move it out. I'm going to move it up, move it out, just to kind of show you how this works. Hit the return to home, and she should come back fairly close to where she took off. Now this also has the new software 1.07. You're also going to see just how nice this thing lands with the new software. You have a lot less ground effects with the new software. It doesn't hop, skip, and jump like it used to. And right now, even when, I don't know if you guys can hear that wind, even right now it's very soft on the landing. So I've been really pleased with the new software upgrade 1.07. It does give you a top speed of 18 miles an hour. They also increased the top speed in follow me mode to 22 miles an hour. So smoothness and the Wizard, great improvements. And I'm going to do a full-blown talk over on this thing here now, so I just want to kind of get out of this park, but I wanted to give you a quick demo on this thing, and we'll talk about the Wizard a little bit more in depth here in a second. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Here we go. Hey guys, here I am. I'm out here in the park in the middle of Timbuktu, and there's nobody else out here, but I'm testing out the Wizard some more, and I just kind of spur of the momently wanted to videotape some stuff that I'm doing. So I grabbed my iPhone. I'm out here with my buddy, and he's over there flying also, but I grabbed my iPhone, and I apologize if this 6S Plus, whatever this thing is not recording real well at night, but there's some really cool aspects that I wanted to point out at night, because this Q5 4K is so brilliant at night. It makes it a little bit easier for me to show some of the correlations with the lights on this this Wizard. So let me just show you how this works. There's a lot of videos out there already that show how to work this Wizard, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse on that one. So let me just show you really quickly on how this works. On the side here, I'm going to go in a little bit about this in the daytime where you can see this, but on the side here, I put it into the smart mode. I push the red button here, which engages the rotors. You push and hold it. It's the on-off button, which starts the rotors. I think they're running. I can't hear it, but it sounds like they're running. Now, if you notice in the upper left-hand corner, it tells me that I'm not in the follow me mode, which is or the tracking mode, which is what I don't want right now. I want to just lift off. So I point the up button to get it up in the air, and that did make it go straight up in the air. Now, if I point it out this way, I'm holding still that up arrow. So if I'm holding the wand like this and I point up, it's going to go up. If I point the wand and push that up arrow and I'm laying it down in a horizontal and I push forward on it, it's going to make the craft go horizontally. Vertically, straight up, and then the same thing. Now, the same thing goes for all of these buttons that you see here on the remote control. So in other words, the right, the left, and so forth, they're all in correlation with how you're holding this wand. Now, the one thing that I did want to show you, which is really pretty neat, and let me see if I can bring this in just a little bit closer so you can see this maybe a little bit better. All right, so let me bring it down a little bit. See if you guys can put that into perspective there. Okay, so the one thing that's really cool, and I think it's pretty neat, is that if you push the middle button, which makes this fly to a certain location, if you push the middle button while it's in that mode, you're going to see that craft spin around, and it's going to automatically go into a tracking mode, and it'll put that camera right on me. So you push the button, which puts it into the tracking mode, and you're seeing it spin around all on its own. I'm not doing it. And it's now putting the camera straight on me. I didn't do anything. It just automatically goes into the tracking mode. And then you should be able to push and hold the middle button and point to different areas in the sky, and it'll do that all by itself. You can make it go in a certain direction, right, left. You can do all that with the wand, make it go up. And then, of course, just the one thing that everybody was really oohing and on about, you could point to certain locations in the sky, like over there. Push and hold the middle button down, and it'll go to that area of the sky that you just pushed and shot to. So that part is pretty neat. Those of you that are wondering how this thing is working out so far, I've been really, really impressed. And playing around with this thing has been a joy. And I'm going to do a formal video on it here coming up, but I just wanted to show you what we've been doing with this thing out in the park, and it has been a lot of fun. I know the video quality really sucks, but this is just something I wanted to add to this video and just kind of show you guys what we've been doing with this. And so far, so good. It's been really, really fun to play with this thing. So more stuff to show you guys later coming up. I just wanted to give you a quick clip at night and show you what it looks like. Well, I just wanted to add something to what we're doing here. Way out there in the distance, I don't know if you can even see that little blinking light, but that's where the Q5 4K is in relation to this this wizard that I'm holding here in my hand. So I'm going to now, to find out how far the distance is, I'm gonna have my buddy here hold this transmitter, or I'm gonna actually fly his out there. We're gonna fly another drone out there and take a look at how far away this thing is. So that's kind of the maximum range. I mean, I can, based on what I'm doing here, it looks like I can probably get it to go a little bit further out, but it's pretty much tapped at where the maximum range is there using this Wizard Wand, which is really impressive so far. So let me fly out there and find out how far away it is, and I'll tell you guys what kind of range we're getting with the Wizard on a 4K. Now, there's one more question that I know that needs to be addressed. Those of you are probably wondering, how do you turn on the camera to record if you're using the Wizard? And to answer that question, in a nutshell, you use your phone, tablet, or whatever device that you're using to sync into your camera. So what we did was we just downloaded the Go 3 app. We downloaded that, and then we were able to link straight to the Go camera, and then we were able to turn it on or off using the app. And then when you fly it out, you just go ahead and readjust the camera so that it's facing you. Same thing would go whether you're using a GoPro. You would download the GoPro app and then use the GoPro to either frame it on your phone, or like what we did, I was using a remote control for the GoPro and turning it on and off using that. So that's how you control your camera, for those of you that are wondering. So back to the review. There you go. I know that was a little bit rough on watching the film from an iPhone. Sorry, the 6S Plus does do a good job of video recording to a certain degree, but I'm a little pressed for time, so I'm trying to get out as much information as quickly as I can. I can tell you that I have been playing and testing this Typhoon Wizard nonstop. I tried to get this thing to fail. I've been taking it to extremes. I've actually shut this thing off to see what the drone will do. It's been fantastic. I can tell you that you did see one of the little clips there at night where I take this thing out and we flew it out over 1,200 feet, and it was, you know, we're 1,300 feet out, about 400 feet up, and that's pretty good range. I mean, I can't imagine anyone needing to go further than that using this thing, and it's pretty impressive. The one thing that is really neat about this is that I don't know if I talked about this in the other video. I don't think I did. But the one thing that's really cool is this thing comes with the armband. For those of you that are surfers, And those of you that want to get this thing wet, or snowboarders or whatever, once you put this thing on, this is equipped with obviously a GPS, and it also has a barometer. So in other words, when you're flying and you are increasing your altitude, let's say you're running up a hill, the drone will follow you and go up the same altitude. So it'll recognize the height that you're going with this thing, and it'll increase and lower its height in relation. So if you want to disable the barometer, when you put it in this pouch, obviously you're going to lose your ability to lock on with a good barometer reading. So you can disable it by pushing both of these, and there's some instructions on how to do that. But you can't disable this and have the barometer disabled, jump on your surfboard and so forth, and go out there and play in the water. But the great thing about this also is they've upgraded a couple different changes on the software. And if you lose signal with this, let's say that you're on your surfboard or whatever and you go under the water, you don't have to worry about your Q500 flying out to open water and then trying to land, or going down to its last location and landing where it lost its signal. It's going to go to its last location where it got a signal, and it's going to hover at 30 feet, and it's going to stay there until you pop back up out of the water, and then it regains a signal and locks on. So it'll fly out to its last location, and it'll stay there at 30 feet, and it'll hover. So that's one thing that's really, really great about the Wizard. I thought that was a great idea. Whoever thought of that, good job. You give them a raise. So I thought that was really cool. One of the other things that I've heard of, there's rumor out that you could technically attach this to a landing skid on one drone, and the other one could be airborne, and turn on the follow me mode and take off and fly one of these, and the other drone would technically put the camera on that drone and chase it around kind of like Hare and the Hound, and the follow me mode would actually work on the other drone. I haven't seen any video like that out there, but I guess it could be done. I haven't seen any video, and you won't see any video like that on our channel, but I guess it could be done if you were so inclined to doing that. So anyway, yeah, that would be pretty cool. You stick this Wizard on a landing skid, and after the other bird was up, and you could fly one, and the other one would actually chase the other one around and film it. Yeah, anyway, that would be pretty cool if that kind of video was out there. But anyway, I wanted to let you know this thing is fantastic. It's $199 if you're looking to pick up one of these. Multicopter Warehouse has them on pre-order already. They may even have some in stock. But those guys over there, Josh and Carrie, give them a call, multicopterwarehouse.com. They have a full inventory of all the Yuneec line. And those of you that are wondering whether or not this would bind to any Yuneec product as far as the Yuneec go, whether it's the Q500 or the Blade series, which is the Chroma, yes, they do also work for the Chroma, but we're talking about the Q500 right now. The next thing that we're going to talk about is going to be the G version, which is the Yuneec Q500 with the GoPro mount. I'll be doing a little review on that next. But those of you that are interested in picking up one of these Wizard wands, I highly recommend it. It's been a lot of fun. Those of you that have been waiting, there's a lot of videos on it out there. Again, thanks for watching, everyone. And please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, give us a shout out, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Thanks again for watching.